Stef Reid was 16 years old. She had her whole life ahead of her. Then one ordinary day, everything changed. A boating accident left Stef with a life-altering injury, the loss of her right foot. In an instant, her world shifted. Dreams she held, plans she made, all seemed to disappear.
The pain was immense, both physical and emotional. I was faced with a daunting question: how could I move forward? The hardest part wasn't losing my foot, it was losing the vision I had of my future. Who was I now if I couldn't run?
Welcome to Mentor's Mindset. The days and weeks that followed were a blur. Hospital visits, surgeries, and the constant ache of her loss became her new normal. The life she knew, the one filled with running track and pursuing athletic dreams, felt impossibly distant. It was a period of profound grief and uncertainty as Stef grappled with the magnitude of what had happened.
This wasn't just about losing a part of my leg. It was about losing a part of my identity, my dreams, and my sense of who I was. I had to dig deep within myself to find the strength to face each new day.
Learning to live with a prosthetic leg was a constant challenge. The initial discomfort was undeniable. Each step was a conscious effort, a reminder of what she had lost. But Stef possessed a stubborn determination. She refused to let this define her.
There were moments of frustration, of wanting to give up. The phantom pains, the awkwardness of movement, the stares from strangers. It was overwhelming at times, but my inner strength began to shine through. I focused on small victories, walking a little farther each day, mastering a new task.
Slowly but surely, she started to regain a sense of normalcy. She went back to school, surrounded by the support of her loving family and friends. Though the journey was far from over, Stef had taken the most important step, choosing to keep moving forward. That's the thing about setbacks. They force us to look at ourselves in a way we never have before. You either surrender or you stand up and fight. One day, Stef stumbled upon a television program that would change her life forever. It was the Paralympic Games. Watching athletes, many with disabilities similar to her own, compete at such a high level was a revelation. It was a spark of hope, igniting a dormant passion within her.
Could I too aspire to such greatness? That was the moment everything shifted. I thought, if they can do it, then so can I. And from that second on, I made a choice. No more looking back. The thought seemed impossible at first, yet thrilling at the same time. The athletes I saw on screen weren't defined by their limitations. They were defined by their determination, their skill, and their unyielding spirit.
For the first time since her accident, Stef felt a glimmer of possibility. She started researching Paralympic sports, her mind racing with newfound ambition. She discovered a world where her disability wasn't a hindrance, but a source of strength. It was a turning point, a moment where despair gave way to hope and a new dream began to take shape. There is no secret formula, no magic shortcut. Just relentless effort, pushing forward when every muscle, every thought tells you to stop. Inspired by the Paralympic athletes she had seen, Stef dove headfirst into the world of competitive sports.
I chose track and field, drawn to the raw power and speed of sprinting. It was a challenging path, filled with grueling training sessions and moments of self-doubt.
Every day brought new obstacles to overcome. Learning to run with a prosthetic leg was a unique challenge requiring incredible balance, coordination, and strength.
There were falls, setbacks, and days when the pain felt unbearable. But I refused to give in. I embraced the pain as a reminder of how far I had come and how much I wanted to achieve.
Her coaches recognized her raw talent and unwavering dedication. With their guidance and her own relentless drive, Stef began to excel. Stef's dedication and hard work paid off. She rose through the ranks of Paralympic athletics, her talent undeniable.
I qualified for my first Paralympic Games, a testament to my resilience and the power of the human spirit. Standing on the world stage, surrounded by the best athletes in the world, was a dream come true.
Though she did win bronze medal at that time, the experience fueled her ambition. She continued to train with even greater intensity, her eyes set on the next Paralympic Games.
The years that followed were a blur of competitions, personal bests, and the unwavering support of my family, friends, and coaches. Then came the moment I had been working towards, another Paralympic Games. This time, I was ready.
With nerves of steel and the heart of a champion, Stef competed with everything she had. Her performance was electrifying, a testament to her years of dedication and sacrifice.
When the dust settled, I stood on the podium, a Paralympic, European, and World Championship medalist.
Stef Reid's story is about so much more than athletic achievement. She has become a powerful advocate for inclusivity and disability rights.
I use my platform to inspire others, proving that limitations are often self-imposed.
Stef travels the world, sharing her story and encouraging others to challenge their perceptions of what's possible. She has mentored and still mentoring other young athletes, particularly those with disabilities, helping us to believe in ourselves and pursue our dreams.
My message is simple yet profound. It's not about what you can't do, it's about what you choose to do.
Stef's impact extends far beyond the track. She is a role model, a mentor, and a voice for the voiceless.
Through my actions and my words, I aim to change the conversation around disability, promoting understanding, acceptance, and the boundless potential that lies within us all.
Stef Reid's journey is a testament to the power of the human spirit. From the depths of despair to the pinnacle of athletic achievement, she has shown us that limits are meant to be broken.
My story is a reminder that adversity can be a catalyst for greatness and that with determination and belief in oneself, anything is possible.
Stef's story is not just for athletes, it's for anyone who has ever faced a challenge, experienced a setback, or doubted their own abilities.
I remind everyone that within each of us lies the potential for extraordinary strength, resilience, and courage.
Her journey teaches us that it's not the obstacles we face that define us, but how we choose to overcome them.
My life is a testament to the power of redefining limits.
She is an inspiration to us all, urging us to embrace our challenges, chase our dreams, and never, ever give up. Now let's talk about Stef Reid's life beyond the tracks. Stef Reid in the world of fashion. Breaking barriers wasn't just something Stef did in sports. She took that mindset into the world of fashion as well.
Fashion has always been about self-expression. But for years, people with disabilities were left out of that conversation. That had to change. Fashion isn't just about looking good. It's about identity, confidence, and representation. But for decades, the fashion world overlooked an entire demographic.
From the track to the catwalk, Stef used her platform to redefine what beauty and strength look like. Because beauty is not about perfection, it's about confidence, individuality, and breaking limits. Stef pushed for inclusive clothing that serves every body. Stef Reid is a broadcaster and media personality. For years, Stef let her actions on the track do the talking. But when her competitive career began to slow down, she found a new way to inspire, by using her voice.
The stories behind the athletes, the struggle, the victories, the defeats, that's what makes sport so powerful. I knew I wanted to be part of telling those stories.
Stef transitioned from being the one competing to being the one celebrating and analyzing the next generation of athletes. As a broadcaster, she brought something unique, an insider's perspective, someone who had lived and breathed every moment of that pressure. But it wasn't just about sports. Stef used her media presence to drive conversations on inclusivity, disability representation, and breaking down barriers in mainstream media. She wasn't just another presenter, she was a game changer, a voice that made people sit up and listen. And through every broadcast, every interview, every discussion, she continued to do what she had always done best: break limits. Stef Reid on Dancing on Ice. For an elite athlete like Stef Reid, challenges were nothing new. But when she traded her running blade for an ice skate, she stepped into completely uncharted territory. From track to television, Stef was used to pushing her limits. But dancing on ice was more than just another challenge. It was a chance to prove once again that barriers exist only if we accept them. Stef Reid on MasterChef. She was no stranger to high-pressure environments, but this time it wasn't a stadium, it wasn't a track. It was the celebrity MasterChef kitchen.
I've competed at the highest level in sports, stood in front of massive crowds and raced for medals. But somehow, cooking on MasterChef was one of the scariest things I've ever done.
She wasn't just competing, she was learning, adapting, and proving yet again that stepping outside your comfort zone is where real growth happens. Inspired by Stef's story, share this video with someone who needs a reminder that limits are meant to be shattered. Subscribe for more stories of resilience, and remember, your journey starts now.